Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Let me start by saying I definitely plan on eating a slice of this cake. Okay? Now, let me say off the top, forgive me if this video is a little long, a little lengthy, because you all know Miss Donna, I love to give you all detailed information. Today, this is a layer cake, y'all. So y'all know I'm getting ready to have to work. Not only is it a layer cake, of course it has to be icing. So if you've been here with me for a while, y'all know Miss Donna does not like having to icing a cake. Why? Because it's time consuming. I love eating them, but it's time consuming, and that's one of the reasons why I'm a glaze girl. I love a glaze because they're just quick and easy. Now my dude number one, aka my husband, should really enjoy this cake today because it's more than just a glaze, it's icing. So we are making, y'all know I have my information right here. This is a pumpkin gingersnap cake. I know y'all saw the title, and it has a spiced cream cheese frosting. In an effort to find more fall recipes, I found this one on mykakeschool.com. I'm ready. I am so ready. Okay, so these are our ingredients. Let me get back where I need to be. I have 1.5 stick of butter that's room temperature. I have 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. And you guys, the ingredients will be listed in the description box below per usual. I have 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. I have 4 eggs that are room temperature that I've already cracked. 4 eggs, room temperature. We'll be using some vanilla extract. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon, but you all know I'm going to add more. I have 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, I didn't sift. I'm going to whisk this together a little bit. So 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Added to this flour, I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 generous teaspoon of nutmeg. Why? Because I love nutmeg. It's my favorite spice. 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's right here. Okay. We also will be using 1 15-ounce can of 100% pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling, but 100% pure pumpkin. My can is already open. Why? Because I have thoroughly washed off my can. Y'all, these cans are filthy nasty. They've been on them tractor trailer trucks. They've been in those warehouses in the grocery store. People have been putting their nasty hands all on these cans. The little insects and rodents have been crawling all over the cans and licking all on the cans. Y'all watch these nasty cans. They nasty. Y'all get the picture. I've thoroughly washed my cans. I've also thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. All right. Someone mentioned, I think in the comments, did she say that her dad worked for Libby's and retired? I think that's what she said. So the best, so I've heard, I guess the best 100% pure pumpkin that you can get, right? I have 1/2 cup of milk here, and it's room temperature, and I put it in this big old measuring cup because I need to add my pumpkin my pumpkin to it and mix it up. So I thought it was easier if I just put it in a bigger measuring cup, and then I can just mix them up together. First I had my milk in a smaller measuring cup. I think it was like a 1 cup, but then when I realized I needed to mix the two together, I said, well, let me just put it in a larger measuring cup, and then it'll be easier to mix it, okay? Now you all saw me greasing my cake pans. We're using 3, I guess they're 8-inch. You guys, those are the cake pans that I grew up with. So those were my mom's cake pans. So you already know that they are so special to me. They're all kind of dented and beat up, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Okay, so let me show you my little. I mean, my mama used these when I was growing up. Look how they look. And they're just kind of, especially this one is kind of dented up. Can y'all tell? All the little imperfections and the dents and stuff. It don't matter. It does not matter, honey. We will forever use these cake pans. Okay, now for my ginger snaps. My husband loves ginger snaps, and these are his favorite kind of ginger snap. So that's why I purchased these. And I started with, when you saw me grating up the ginger snaps in my little Ninja, I started with about 15 ginger snaps, okay? I'll probably need more because we're going to also put them in between the layers of the cake. Ooh, this is getting ready to be good. Okay, all of my spices are here. My cinnamon, my nutmeg, my ginger that I can put away. And then we do the spiced cream cheese frosting. We're going to be using 2 sticks of unsalted butter, 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. It's going to be a lot of frosting. 2 teaspoons or more of vanilla, ½ teaspoon of salt. We're going to use about 6 cups of confectioner's sugar, some cinnamon, ground ginger, nutmeg. And you can always adjust all of these spices to your liking or your preferred taste. Alright? If you don't like ginger, then you can omit the ginger. If you don't like nutmeg, what's wrong with you if you don't like nutmeg? You can omit the nutmeg. Add more cinnamon, add more nutmeg, add a different spice if you want it cloves. However you want to do this, okay? My oven is preheated to 325 degrees. And I think that's it. So we're getting ready to start getting this cake mixed up, getting it so we can get it in the oven and get it baked. And we'll start by adding our butter to our mixing bowl. And unlike the pound cake, we won't have to cream as long. You know, we'll cream maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, but nothing like the pound cake, okay? And of course I want to start by just mixing up the butter a little bit by itself, kind of whipping it a little bit. And I want to go on and add my vanilla extract. I don't think I showed this to you guys. So we're adding probably at least about a tablespoon or more. Okay. So we're going to mix that up just a little bit by itself. And then we'll add our vegetable oil. Like I said, we're going to cream for just maybe about 3 or 4 minutes or so. Okay. decided to stop because for my desired light and fluffiness with the butter and the sugar, it took me longer than 3 or 4 minutes. So I've been creaming for about 8 minutes, okay? So I wanted to stop and show you light and fluffy like I normally do with the butter and sugar, okay? I also had to stop the mixer a couple of times to scrape down the sides of the bowl, because what happens is the butter and sugar starts accumulating on the sides of the bowl, which means it's not getting properly creamed. Okie dokie. So now we'll add our vegetable oil, mix it in just for a few seconds, and then we'll start adding our eggs one at a time. When I add my eggs one at a time, I don't wait until that yolk totally breaks up and disappears. I'll add an egg, the yolk will break, slightly mix in, and then I'll add the next egg. Now once we get through adding the eggs, that's when I'll turn the mixer all the way down to low, which will be on the number 2. And then we'll start alternating our dry and liquid mixture so we can finish getting this cake mixed up. Now this is the part too, at the end, when you get to the flour and the liquid, don't overmix. That's where a lot of people mess up, because they overmix. You're not trying to get the batter silky smooth. Just mix enough to get everything moistened and incorporated. And then if you need to mix a little bit more, you can do that by hand, in which we will be doing because we're going to fold in those ginger snaps, okay? also have to stop and scrape down your bowl even after you add the flour. Go up under the bottom to make sure everything is mixed in. And now we're going to add our ginger snaps. We're going to add a whole cup inside the batter. And we're just going to fold them in. You guys, I can't remember if I said this or not when I mentioned earlier about greasing my pans. I just used Crisco and some all-purpose flour when I greased my pans, okay? All right. I have these little straps around my pans. One of our YouTube family members sent these to me quite some time ago. And what you do is you wet them. You get them really wet, kind of wring them out, leave them very, very damp, and then you wrap them around your pans. And it helps with your cakes baking more evenly. Okay, let's see. Ooh. This is always my challenge. I guess if I did, if I used a measuring cup or something. But, honey, I don't think I ever get these layers even. Ooh. Got Miss Donna getting ready to have to icing a cake. Wow. No, I don't like having the ice in a cake. And yep, this heavy bowl is giving me an arm workout. Ooh. Oh, my. Extremely heavy. I always have the information about this mixer listed in the description box below. I always like to tell you that if, especially our elderly YouTube family members, if that bowl is extremely heavy. So keep that in mind if you're, and I say elderly because you know as you get older, you don't have as much strength as you used to have. And even those that may have a weakness in their hands, that bowl is heavy. So these layers look thick. Oh my goodness. This is getting ready to be real interesting. So what I'm doing now, y'all, listen, I'm just trying to get these layers as even as possible so my cake layers won't be warp-sided. As even as I possibly can and level. And we're supposed to bake about 25 to 30 minutes. But of course, I will let you know exactly how long my layers baked when I take them out. Again, our oven is preheated to 325 degrees. Okay. When I bake in the middle of my oven, so I adjust one of my racks to where it's in the middle. And that's where I bake. Okay, so we're going to put these 3 layers in here. It's one. Y'all hear the sizzle? Do you hear the sizzle from the cake pan strips? And no, they won't catch on fire. At least mine never has, just in case somebody asks that question. Okay, this is the last one. As you about to let all the heat out your oven, lady. Okay, anyway, we're going to set the timer for 25 minutes. I'll check it, but I'll let y'all know exactly how long they baked once I take them out. That's one. That's number 2. And then there were 3. Okay? So we are going to cool. See, the bacon strips didn't catch on fire. But I think they definitely make a difference in helping your layers to bake evenly. And then once, ooh, it's hot, lady. And they're totally dry. And then we just stick them back in the drawer until next time. So now while we are cooling, we will make our icing, frosting. And you can adjust the spices to whatever you want, okay? I have a half teaspoon of salt. Is that what I have? Yeah, half teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of cinnamon, about not quite a half teaspoon of ginger, and maybe about a half teaspoon of nutmeg, okay? So like I said, adjust the spices to however you like. And to make the icing, we're using 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and they're pretty room temperature. They've been sitting out for a while. I have 2 blocks of 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. We're going to add our spices. We'll add some vanilla extract, and then we're going to start with about 6 cups of powdered sugar. And you know, if I feel like I need more to thicken it up, then I'll add more. I think this frosting is going to be kind of fluffy and soft, but I don't want it to end up runny. Now what I'll start by doing is mixing up my butter by itself first to get it smooth. And then once I get the butter mixed up, I'm going to go on and I will add my cream cheese. Okay. And then I'll add some extract. We'll start adding the sugar. And that's it, y'all. Okay. So y'all just watch me make this icing. You all, it's been about a good 35-40 minutes later, long enough for all of the cake layers to cool. I ended up using 6.5 cups of powdered sugar for our frosting. And I want you guys to look at the spices that are in this frosting. Let's see if we can get it over here to you without dropping any on the floor. I just want you all to see the spices. Can you see the spices that are in there? That's gonna be so good. Y'all, I'm excited about this cake. I put the bag of ginger snaps away, at least what's left. Y'all, I used about 35 ginger snaps, so your discretion, however many you want to use, but I used about 35. I want to see if my husband, I do number one, aka my husband, can taste the kind of cookies that's on the cake. Now, what I normally do, if you guys are part of the family, you know I don't tell him what kind of cake I'm baking. I like to just bake it and see if he can taste, you know, the flavor to tell me exactly, you know, what we have going on. So I put the cookies away so he wouldn't see the ginger snap bag and know he's tasting ginger snaps, okay? And I always say I like to use a lot of flavor. That's why these recipes that call for like a teaspoon of vanilla extract, honey, that's not enough for me. I like using a lot of flavor. Okay, y'all know this is not my thing, trying to ice in this cake. I think I know I have seen the little cake decorators. They put this on the bottom, right, to keep your cake from sliding around. Is that what they do? Now I'm gonna put this one on the bottom because he's a little one side is higher than the other. So y'all bear with me with icing this cake or putting the frosting on this cake. I'm gonna speed you up in a little bit or just fast forward so y'all can see the cake, because I am not trying to show you how to ice a cake, honey. That is not, this ain't what I do. I show you how to do a glaze, but trying to ice a cake, listen, that ain't what we do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some icing on each layer of the cake and add some cookies, add some ginger snaps, okay, in between each layer. And then we're just gonna get the icing on the cake, y'all. All right. And this is all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for each layer. I'm probably being kind of heavy-handed with the cookies, but ooh, yes. Now this is gonna be good. I cannot wait to taste this cake. I hope I'm not disappointed. Okay. So you all see how I'm very generous with the cookies. We're going to do this for each. You know what? It would be easy if I left the sides of it naked, but I'm going to put some icing on it. But this is what we're going to do for each layer, y'all. Okay? What you saying, babe?
Whoa! What in the world?
Look, Miss Donna put some frosting on the cake today. You
What
know
in the
I don't like
world?
doing that. You gonna have to guess, baby. You know
Wow.
I do not like.
No, I'm gonna see if that's what I think it is. Oh, please.
What do you think it
I
is?
don't know. I'm gonna tell you in a few minutes. As soon as you just take it.
That's a big old
Goodness,
piece.
please let me see.
Did you see what?
2, 3. I thought it was
Oh,
a
a layer cake.
Oh, it's a layer cake.
Okay.
A 3-layer cake, people. Oh!
Miss Donna did a layer cake.
Cream cheese.
In the icing?
Cream cheese.
Okay. Move to the right just a little bit, babe. Amen. Move y'all over this way. Can you tell what it is?
This is a I see it. I'm used to seeing it like in a little squared pack.
A little square pack.
Yeah, but somebody said it tastes like that.
Giving y'all a close up. I'm so proud of me for doing the icing today.
It's a cinnamon.
We're not gonna make this no habit.
Not cinnamon. Not cinnamon.
That thing pretty.
This is good.
Is it good, babe?
Yes, it is.
I have some extra icing if you need some.
I
I probably could have made the icing. This is what I had left, you guys, with the icing. So I probably could have made it even thicker in between the layers. This is what I have for the icing. We will definitely find something else to use this for, though.
This is good.
Is it good, babe?
It's a certain cake.
You taste that spice,
I do.
cream
Yeah.
cheese.
A spice cake.
I mean, but it's. What are you tasting?
I'm tasting.
Is there anything crunchy on it?
It is.
Okay.
Almost like a.
Do you know what the crunchiness is?
You know the spice cakes have
Yeah,
been.
taste
They're
it.
about. I'm just trying to show them something. I'm not putting it down like I want it, babe. I'm just.
I know what I said. I'm tasting since you put it down.
You know the little cakes is about this wide and they're about this tall. And they have a cream as a spice. What is the cake? Like a. Okay, but I don't know. But it's a lot like. Man, you do a good job. I don't ever want to keep you from enjoying the fruit of your labor.
Ooh, that's good. Can you tell what the crunchiness is? But I do taste the little crunchiness. Oh, that's good, and it's moist.
It is. Right.
Ooh, that is so fall. Or Thanksgiving. Holiday-ish.
Seasonal.
Oh my goodness, that is good. Let me tell you what you. Okay, you said something about cinnamon. There is some cinnamon in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, all these fall desserts are gonna have those spices in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know what the crunchiness is.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Let me tell you this and see if you can guess. It's a kind of cookie. Did I turn the oven off? No. Still on. I heard it kind of popping behind there. Is the oven still on? It's a
It's
cookie
not a
that.
ginger snap.
It is. It is. I put them up so you wouldn't. Yes, it's a pumpkin ginger snap.
And that's what threw me off. I'm thinking of, I said a pumpkin, but like a spice cake.
I mean, well, because it has cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. You
That
know.
may be it. That's what my mind is tasting that. That's what it's locked with.
I should have paired this up with the cake for the thumbnail.
Let me tell you something, baby. You do an excellent job. This is so good.
Isn't it good? It's definitely a change from the pound cake. You don't eat that whole piece of cake. Y'all.
I promise you.
That's delicious. I didn't want to do this right here. I didn't want to stand any of the ginger snaps up on the cake like that to make it pretty, because that would have automatically given it away. He would have known it was a ginger snap. So that's why I didn't do that. But you can do that when you decorate this cake. Let me see if I can get another thumbnail.
Baby, don't drop that cake.
I know, right? You said don't drop it. Would you be mad?
I'll beat it to the floor, baby.
Babe, wait, no, babe, I have it.
You sure?
I am.
You dropped
I
the
got
cookies. You dropping cookies, baby.
Drop the cookies. I got it. I'm just gonna back up a little bit and then maybe I can get all of this in here. But I'm trying to let it so they can see the cake.
It's pretty too.
Okay, we'll see which one I use. Yeah, that is good. I did pretty good on my little decoration too. That's how the lady had it looking in her picture. That's pretty. What's the matter? Oh, you want it?
I just want to make sure.
You make sure I ain't dropping
Make
it?
sure you
Oh.
don't drop it. I'm just protecting. That is good. That
Ooh.
is good.
I'm gonna get me a whole slice though.
Can't wait till I get my piece. That was the sample piece.
That big huge piece was a sample
Maybe it
piece?
was a sample piece, baby. It was a sample piece. Let me tell you something. I'm taking care of myself. You can see, because of my homotab rate, it's not affecting me at all. Not much anyway.
I know, look. Unlike us women, honey, the pounds just seem to stick to you.
I can't find them. I don't care. I ain't looking for them either. I'm not looking for the pounds.
Be careful with that, baby. It's sharp, sharp, sharp. All right, you guys. Y'all, that's a winner. Y'all worked me today with the layer cake, but it was worth it. It is delicious. It would be great for Thanksgiving or holiday parties or something, y'all. That is so good.
That's good. But I'm going to tell you, dinner and breakfast, spot on.
Dinner and breakfast?
Yeah, dinner and breakfast.
What you mean?
The dinner you made and breakfast.
The dinner I made and breakfast? What breakfast?
I'm sorry. The dessert. I'm thinking
okay.
breakfast dessert.
I was going to say, what breakfast, babe?
Now, I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something. That is a very, I love that cake.
Do you?
I do. I love that cake. I love that cake.
It's good.
Dinner and dessert. Oh, let me tell you something.
You good. You're happy. I'm a happy man.
Happy man.
What's your song?
Happy man.
I'm a happy man.
That's me. It is. But no, I am. Guys, let me tell you something. And I really mean this. I so appreciate my wife. She goes above and beyond. And yes, guys, it is quite a bit of stuff that she will make. She's making for me and things like that. I thank God that the love she puts in it, that she's sharing with you guys, I get to have the full grunt of that love.
And you get to share it with your fellas at work. And
Yes.
some ladies. You have some ladies at work that get
One of them, she moved.
Was it Jenny?
Yeah,
Who was
Jenny
it?
moved.
Jenny
to Florida,
moved? Oh,
down to
did
Florida,
she?
Yeah, she
Oh.
retired. She retired.
So it's just the men now that's getting the food?
It's just the men now, baby. It's just the men. And that's
Bunch of greedy men.
and they enjoying every minute of it. I mean,
Tell them they need to send me a Christmas gift or something.
I promise you, I'm gonna let them know, and if they don't, I'll fire every last one. I'm gonna get laid off. But no, these are guys that have they will go the extra mile. They are ones that will not hesitate. One, Donna gonna give them a fit every single.
That ain't nobody but Tony. They ain't nobody but Tony.
She gonna give him a fit every step of the way. But really,
Like he does me.
Yeah, well, he give him a tick. But it's a It is to me.
That's good. Ooh, I'm
just
going to sit down and
incredible
enjoy
piece.
me a piece while y'all not looking at me.
But it has been good, guys. So for me, thank you guys for just sharing my meal with me. I wish you could taste it.
Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye.